Alrighty, here we go. Another game, late night game. Playing against Coconutty 94519. Because I guess Coconutty 9 was taken. He needed 94519. That must be an area code. He's playing Kozilek, the Butcher of Truth, which in my opinion is quite a bit worse than, like, if you're going to play with a 10 mana commander, you might as well play mono blue. You might as well play with Jin Gitaxias. Same casting cost, much more powerful effect. I would say Mind Twist for your opponent's hand and draw 7 every turn is more powerful than this guy. Plus you get blue cards and you don't have to play with a bunch of crap artifacts. I'm playing the new Queen deck and I have a pretty slow draw, but it does have Bribery, which could be devastating against a deck that probably has millions of Eldrazi's in it. So I decided to keep this draw, hoping that he just doesn't ramp too fast. Oh yeah, plus I go first, and that's another big thing inspiring me to keep the hand. Plus if I hit any tutor, then I can just cast a Bribery on turn 3 or something. Nexus, tap, nothing. That's what we want to see. Just going to get some lands here. Some more lands. Something going to be not hard to cast Bribery. Now he's going to complicate things a lot by drawing Mishra's Workshop. At least by playing it and Thran Dynamo. So, holy shit, he just got a lot closer to casting bad stuff and Walking Atlas. Alright, but there we go, right off the top. Who needs a tutor? Dream Manifold. Here we go. Bribery. Ah, damn it. I'm going to have to re-record this game. Oh wait, I can't re-record this game because I don't have it in the archive. I'm sorry, I clicked through too fast. Well, he did have a whole boatload of Eldrazi, as I suspected, but what he didn't have in his deck that disturbed me tremendously, or at least concerned me, he did not have a duplicate in his deck. And based on looking through his deck, it seemed like he certainly kind of knew what he was doing. And I cannot imagine trying to build an artifact-based deck around Kozilek and not using duplicate. It just seems totally obvious. So I just figured, hey, he's got duplicate in his hand. If I go and get a giant Eldrazi, like say the Ulamog, he had Ulamog the Infinite Gyre in his deck, and various other mediocre Eldrazi. If I just play that giant 11/11 guy, he just gobbles it up for 6 mana, which he already has in play. And so then I put myself on this super fast clock. So I decide I'm going to play a little bit more conservative, and I'm just going to get Platomir. I mean, he's not remotely close to casting Kozilek, so, and I'm only really afraid of the Eldrazi guys. Plus, I have Glen Elendra to stop the dangerous artifacts. So it seems to make sense to just go and get Sol Ring instead. And I honestly, I figure if he's got duplicate, he probably would just kill Platomir with it. I would not let my opponent have a Sol Ring. So he's going to play some more artifacts, Trading Post, Cart Clan Ironworks. Now he actually is at 10, just like that. Because this is 2, and that's 2, and that's 5, and that's... this thing can even be an artifact too, right? Yeah. And that guy. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Totally trivial to get Kozilek out now. I'm just going to take some damage. I draw Regrowth, which is intriguing, meaning I actually have Bribery a second time if I want it. But for now, I'm just going to play this guy and hope that he just runs some artifacts into it, really. Put some Cloud Post out. Why the hell would you play this? It's like colorless land that comes into play tapped. I don't get it. For your one other locus in your whole deck. You cast Urgolem's Eye, which this is a no-brainer counter. And I love how he doesn't tap the Workshop to do it. I guess maybe it assumes he's just going to cast it again the same turn. But I'm obviously going to counter it, and I counter it twice. I'll happily do that. So I'm looking at his hand, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? This guy could just cast Kozilek next turn. I have no defense against it. So at this point, I kind of don't mind him casting Duplicate, because at least that means he's not casting Kozilek the Butcher, and I do have Regrowth and... well, actually, I'm about to spend the Regrowth, but I do have Factor Fiction in my hand, and Factor Fiction could easily deliver one of a dozen or so outs against a big creature that my deck has. So I'm not too afraid of it at this point, given that we've developed a little further. And I'm going to call his bluff, or at least I'm going to call my read. Let's see who you got, buddy. Bribery. Ah, now you get to see. Expand this out a little bit. All this dust. It's got a bunch of random accelerant stuff. A lot of card drawing things. I imagine this is one of those decks that's probably pretty fun to play in multiplayer. You can just get a lot of mana out, let everybody draw cards, and nobody kills you, and then you start casting. Before they know it, you've got all these huge monsters in play. Tower of Fortunes. It's the card I've always wanted to play with, and never had a deck that I would go into. That's basically it. Anyway, these are all those dudes over here. It's Blightsteel Colossus. I guess that's another solid thing, although it's not that great against Kozilek. Because Kozilek's big enough to block it. Yeah, you can just see he's pretty much got all the Eldrazi. I want this one though. Come work for me, Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre. Even though he doesn't get to trigger his groovy ability, he's still a 10/10 and he's indestructible, which is very nice. He can go toe to toe with Kozilek the Butcher. So I see him tap mana, I see 6, and he thinks for a while, and then he sacks, and I'm like, whoa, wait. There's 6, now there's 8, now there's 10. Kozilek! He draws 6, or draws 4. Puts out Scroll Rack and uses it. And says done. Oh shit. That's it. No duplicant. Guess he doesn't have it. Look at that. Opposition right off the top of my deck. How disgusting of a pull was that? Let's see, your opponent has a 12/12 in play that annihilates 4 of your permanents. Might as well draw the thing that taps it. So I'm going to attack first here because I don't give a shit about the 10 health, and I kind of want to see what he sacks before I play opposition. Less information is always good. Scroll Rack, Strip Mine, Cloud Post. So he just destroys a bunch of his mana, which is understandable in blocks. And I'm very happy that my guy's indestructible. And I play opposition and Edric. During upkeep, before he draws tap, thwarted by a card I've never had played against me in my life. Not of this world. I saw it actually when I was briberying him, and you know, it's just one of those cards you just disregard completely because you would never expect someone to have it in a deck. But hell, look at that. Cost 0. Instant speed, colorless counter magic. And it worked. I wonder if that's maybe like the only time in this guy's time in all of playing this deck that he's had that situation come up. But anyway, fortunately I've got a lot of permanents in play, so it's not the end of the world. Untaps. Generates a whole bunch of mana, which gets me concerned that he just plays Staven and Force Field. So it's some more crap to feed to the Ulamog. I'm going to sack some land. It's very nice having Crucible here. And as if my draw weren't gross enough, look what I top deck again. Jace. My poor opponent is down to just 2 actual mana. Sending these guys. He's going to sack down to almost nothing. Mash. Yeah, I'll draw some relevant stuff. I'll play Jace. And bounce your guy. You still have 6 mana, but that's it. Coconutty has to tell me, God, you're so annoying. Sorry, man. My condolences. I can understand that it's very annoying to have someone cast giant Eldrazi monsters against you and eat all your permanents up. But, I don't know, that might be a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black there. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. More to come.